He was a boy from Tupelo, Mississippi, who dreamed of a bigger world, a world filled with music and bright lights. He was a truck driver who walked into a recording studio to make a record for his mom, and walked out on a path that would change the world forever. This is the story of Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll. Born on January 8, 1935, in a humble two-room house, Elvis Aaron Presley grew up surrounded by the sounds of gospel, country, and blues. This rich musical tapestry became the very soul of his art. When his family moved to Memphis, Tennessee, young Elvis soaked in the vibrant culture of Beale Street, where music flowed from every doorway. It was here, in the melting pot of American sound, that the future king began to find his own voice. In 1953, he paid $4 at Sun Studio to record My Happiness. The man behind the desk, Sam Phillips, was searching for a white singer with the sound and feel of a black artist. A year later, while fooling around in the studio, Elvis launched into an up-tempo version of That's All Right. Phillips knew he had found it. The record was played on the radio, the switchboards lit up, and a star was born. What followed was a revolution. With his swiveling hips, that iconic sneer, and a voice that was pure electricity, Elvis took the world by storm. Hits like Heartbreak Hotel, Hound Dog, and Don't Be Cruel topped the charts and defined a new generation. His television appearances were seismic cultural events. He was rebellious, he was electrifying, and he was unlike anyone who had come before. Parents were scandalized, but the youth had found their hero. Elvis wasn't just singing songs. He was channeling the restless energy of an entire generation. Then, at the peak of his fame in 1958, Elvis was drafted into the U.S. Army. For 2 years, he served as a regular soldier in Germany, a move that endeared him to an older, more conservative America. It was during this time he met Priscilla Beaulieu, who would later become his wife. When he returned, the landscape of music had shifted, but Elvis adapted. He transitioned into a successful movie career, starring in 31 feature films like Blue Hawaii and Viva Las Vegas. The soundtracks produced more hit records, but for many fans, the raw, rebellious energy of the 50s felt distant. Elvis himself grew tired of the formulaic movie roles and longed to return to his true passion, live performance, and return he did. The '68 comeback special was a monumental television event. Dressed head to toe in black leather, Elvis was raw, powerful, and better than ever. He reminded the world exactly why he was the king. This triumph launched the next phase of his career, the Las Vegas residency. For years, Elvis performed sold-out shows, captivating audiences with his powerful voice, charismatic stage presence, and dazzling jumpsuits. He was a global superstar, with his 1973 Aloha from Hawaii concert being the first to be broadcast worldwide via satellite, reaching over 1 billion viewers. He was on top of the world, but behind the glitter and fame, a shadow was growing. The pressures of being Elvis Presley were immense. Battling health problems and a reliance on prescription medication, the king's legendary energy began to wane. The final years were a heartbreaking struggle, a stark contrast to the vibrant young man who had once shaken up the world. On August 16, 1977, Elvis Presley died at his home, Graceland. At the age of just 42, the world stood still. The news sent shockwaves of grief across the globe. The boy from Tupelo, who had become a king, was gone. But his legacy is eternal. Elvis Presley didn't just sing music. He embodied a cultural shift. He broke down barriers, blended genres, and created a sound that is still influencing artists today. From his humble beginnings to his meteoric rise and tragic fall, his life was a true American epic. His voice, his style, and his spirit live on in the countless lives he touched. He was, and always will be, the king. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey through the life of a legend. If you enjoyed this story, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. We'd love to hear your favorite Elvis song in the comments below. Until next time, take care.